What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got a quick couple of duels for you guys to check out. We got some Fluffal power in this first duel. Going to be facing off against Salamangreats, which you might not even realize that Salamangreats kind of looking at this opening hand. However, the opening hand does consist of Lady the Bug, and that alone is a full Salamangreat combo. So you don't really need anything more than that, and everything else is pretty much just either a hand trap or a card that's going to stop a hand trap being called by the grave. Fluffals will be taking second, as they always do, and we'll see exactly where this duel is going to go. So Fluffals obviously again going second. Lady the Bug will have to fetch Gazelle if the Salamangreat player wants to combo off. Fair enough. Gazelle going to be summoned, has to drop Spinny in the graveyard because does not have access to any of the level 3s that can be summoned. This means it's a Salamangreat combo. It's just not like an optimal combo. It means that you don't get either of your trap cards. You're not going to be able to get Rage. You're not going to be able to get Roar. Those being, the main defensive cards for Salamangreat. So it just has to rely on the DD Crows and all that other stuff. Let's see what Fluffals are going to do. I imagine Dog will be summoned. Nice card there. Get a copy of, I believe that was Fright for Patchwork, so that's a +1. He's going to go for Tiger, and then he's going to do a little bit of chain blocking with the, looks like he went for the Penguin and also the Fright for Tiger. Let's see how this is going to play out. Looks like he's going to go Ghost Ogre and then Called by the Grave, so actually chain block failed. Unsuccessful chain block because he can stop essentially both cards. I believe the Tiger will die and the Penguin will not be able to get its effect either. He is going to go Fluffal Dog, then bounce it back to his hand with Sheep. DD Crow is going to take out the Edge Imp Sabers. That is unfortunate because that's not going to be summoned. He's going to go for Nightmare Phoenix and then try to activate Edge Imp Chain. That will at least get him a card, and maybe he can use that Fright for Factory to do something. Now he is playing Orcus because it's 2019 and every deck in Yu-Gi-Oh plays Orcus. DD Crow is going to be used on Orcus Nightmare. Problem with that is he can now simply activate Galatea's effect, and he's not done. He's gonna go Fright for Fusion. He says, Cap, I'm not locked under dark, baby. I can keep on going into my Fluffal, or excuse me, Fright for monsters at this point. He's going to get rid of the Mirage Stallion. That does prompt him to summon his copy of Gazelle. I can't blame him for doing this. Obviously, Gazelle is your play starter, but you have to kind of worry about just surviving through this turn at this point, and if you don't summon Gazelle, there is a chance that you could just straight up die. So he is gonna summon Gazelle. He gets his Sanctuary back by sending Falco to the graveyard, but this guy's not done. He's gonna go with Toy Vendor. He's going to draw some cards off of the back of Fluffal Wings, and I think he's even going to go for a second Toy Vendor, which means that, yeah, he can activate the Orcus Nightmare that he drew off of the first Toy Vendor. The thing was, this wasn't hit by Call by the Grave. It was simply DD Crowed. Since he has not activated the effect yet, this means he pretty much is going to have full Orcus combo, so he should be going for, I don't know, maybe even Boa Sword at some point in this combo, or maybe he'll just go for Dingirsu. He'll probably activate the effect of Long Girsu, or yeah, Long Girsu, send Sunlight Wolf to the graveyard, clears out his opponent's board, and now this is pretty much an unwinnable duel for Salamangreats. He has absolutely no cards, and he is throwing down 4 pretty big monsters, all of which have over 2,500 attack. He has the protection of Dingirsu, plus he has obviously the Orchestrated Climax. He's going to top deck a copy of Foxy. The second he normal summons that, well, he has to not activate the effect. If he did, Crescendo would have been used. That would have been pretty much a wrap, but he is going to activate the Spinny. You could have, I guess he could have used the effect to just hit it, but he's going to wait on the Foxy, and his opponent can scoop it up because he doesn't have any more plays at this point. Only thing he could have done was, I guess, maybe he could have went for Sunlight Wolf, reincarnated summon, but where would he go? He didn't have any extenders at that point. He only had Falco in the graveyard, and he wouldn't have been able to summon it because he didn't have another Salamangreat on field. So that's a pretty easy GG. Second duel is just going to be, man, I don't even get a chance to play Yu-Gi-Oh because of these dang counter traps. Gravekeepers versus True Draco. I would say True Draco is heavily favored in this matchup, but not specifically in this duel because he does open up with the Gravekeeper Supernaturalist plus 2 strong counter traps, the Infernity Barrier like Imperial Tombs, which he has the conditions met, has a Gravekeeper, has a Necro Valley, and then he also just has, Plain Jane Solemn Judgment, one of the most powerful counter traps ever printed, arguably the most powerful. Let's see what his opponent does, and by the way, If you guys are wondering why he doesn't open with Forgeki, this cannot be destroyed by card effects because it has its own protection as long as Necro Valley is face up. I think Necro Valley and the Gravekeeper monsters are currently being protected from card effects right now, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see, but he does have the Monarch Stormforth. That is going to obviously be hit by the Imperial Tombs. He's going to activate Heritage, and man, unfortunately, his opponent just Solemn Nat 2. Now he has no way of summoning these monsters because he doesn't have any more continuous spell cards or trap cards. Duality is going to fetch him, I believe, another copy of Solemn Judgment. The luck on this guy. He's going to activate his copy of Hidden Tombs. This means neither player can special summon monsters, as if like True Draco gave a crap about that. They don't even play any monsters that can be special summoned. He is going to get another counter trap. That is 4 if you're counting. He attacks a couple of times, tries to go for Apocalypse, but Solemn Judgment gonna shut that bad boy down, and that is a wrap, man. That's ideally how you want Gravekeepers to perform, but realistically, like, what are the chances of you actually getting 4 counter traps in your first, like, 7, 8 cards? That doesn't usually happen, but when it does happen, it ends up on this channel. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those short duels. If you did, get a video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily